Welcome home, my beauties of the universe. My name is Tay, also known as the Empress of Love, and I'm so grateful for you being here today to watch your 2024 October predictions. Today's reading will be in a pick a card style, so if you've never done a pick a card before, there will be 3 different piles to choose from, and you're going to choose the pile that you feel drawn to the most. Once you have chosen your pile, you can head over to my description box where I will place all of the timestamps for each portion of your readings, and you can just click on the timestamp and it will take you to your part of the reading. All right, I'll see you in your pile. Here are the 3 piles to choose from: pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. So take a moment to pause the video if you need to, see which pile you feel drawn to, and then I will see you in your portion of the reading. What's up, pile 1? If you chose this beautiful oracle card, this is going to be a reading all about your October 2024 predictions. So when I first started channeling your energy, I was seeing a lot of and I was hearing a lot of abracadabra, 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 like making shit happen all day, every day. But at the same time, I was also feeling a sense of your cup being empty and your cup not being very full. And the universe wants you to know that nothing is yet set in stone. And so this is a message of you don't have to do things the way that you're doing them, because the way that you're doing things is not sustainable. And while in October you could be making shit happen, and that's great, the universe is saying, be careful with your energy, because what you want long term, what do they want long term, is to feel on top of the world. And while in October these moments are making you feel on top of the world, they are not sustainable to always make you feel on top of the world. And so the universe is guiding you to truly see the difference between moments of feeling amazing and sustainability of feeling amazing. And in October, you're having those moments. And I'm not trying to put a damper on your day or rain on your parade, but the universe is really guiding you in October to find ways to, abracadabra, make shit happen, but also at the same time fill your cup. And that's just a side message. Okay, show me what is going on in October for my pile 1. Okay, so I see a lot of movement, a lot of excitement, a lot of fun, a lot of seeing what else is out there for you. And in what ways? What are they looking for? Okay, so in a lot of ways. And this could be for some of you in love, others in career, others in moving, others in I'm hearing gambling, so be careful if you be gambling out there, be careful with your money, okay? Just know it's a risk. Risk to reward. Yeah, there could be reward, you know. I feel like it's so funny because I feel like in this reading I'm like a mom and I'm like warning you. I'm like, be careful, take care of yourself, take care of your money. You know, use a condom. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm serious. This is the pile. This is the pile. If there's a pile out here, this is that pile. And while I do see this month as being, you know, there's excitement to it, there's joy to it, there's also this feeling of, you know, your head and your heart not being connected. Your head thinking one way, your heart thinking another way. How is their head feeling? How is their heart feeling? Okay. So your head might be feeling like, I just got to get shit done. It doesn't matter how I feel. But your heart could be feeling like, loosen up the load, slow down, let me enjoy, let me have a good time. Like, you're putting me through all these experiences that are awesome and fun and a great time, yet you're not letting me experience them because I'm too tired. I'm thinking about the next thing. I'm running on empty. I'm considering when I'm going to sleep. And so the truth is, you know, slow down a little bit. You can still make shit happen, but also experience it, right? And so the universe really wants you to be able to experience. Okay, what else do they need to know about October? Let's see. They want to talk about love. So show me love, the love life in October. Show me pile 1's love life in October. Catching feelings. Okay, this is funny. So whether or not you're in a relationship or a situationship or nothing at all, in October, I see, let me go over relationships first. For relationships, there's a lot of distance. There's a lot of fear because of this distance, whether you have the fear or whether the other person has the fear or whether you're the one distancing or the other person's distancing. There's a lot of fear. There's a lot of distancing, and it's going to appear to you as red flags. But the truth of the matter is, y'all busy. You're busy. They're busy. And even if they don't look busy, their mind is busy. Their life is busy. It's not necessarily, it doesn't have to look like their schedule is full for them to feel really busy. And so what do they need to know about their relationship if they're in a relationship? Just try to tend to each other. Try to be more present, okay? Nothing is really seriously wrong. It's just the fact that you both have passion for something, you're both working on something, or thinking about working on something, or going through your thoughts. And so a small piece of reassurance, a small piece of being present could really, really go a long way. Okay, next up. For those of you who are single, what is the love life going to look like in October? What is the love life going to look like in October? To be honest, the love life in October is a big, gigantic, bold ass mirror of you, of how you're acting, of how your heart is a bit closed off, about how you feel like you need to work hard, prove yourself, go harder, go, abracadabra, mother effa. It's so funny, I just want to cuss in this pile so much, so I feel like maybe you guys cuss a lot, but also it just feels like the love life in October is not necessarily very fulfilling. It feels more of thing, and I keep getting a ding over there, so maybe that's confirmation for some of you, but it just feels like the love life is not really it. To be honest, it feels like it's not very fulfilling. It's not what you want it to be. It feels like it's hard. It feels like you're not getting the results that you want. You're trying to stay focused and positive about the future, but the truth is you're tired and you need to go take a nap or rest. So probably put the love life on the back seat for October. For your sake, put yourself first and don't really worry too much about it, because the truth is you hot. You hot in your brains, in your beauty, in your energy, your vibe, and so honestly, you're gonna be fine. Okay, moving on. What else do you want to talk about, universe? What else is coming through for pile 1 in October? Call your mom. I don't know why I'm hearing grab your, wait, what is it? Find your kid, hide your kids, hide, okay. Hide your kids, hide your, I don't know, but call your mom, okay? Call your mom, and if you don't speak to your mom, if your mom has passed on, call the person who's a motherly energy in your life, or if your mother has passed on, call on your mom in the spiritual realm, okay? So what is the significance of the mother here for pile 1? Oh, okay. So the mother offers you a lot of stability in October, a lot of comfort, a lot of, bouncing off ideas. And I feel like a lot of you in this pile actually hold a lot back from your mother, and you don't really say if you're not in the best place. And I'm not saying that you're not in the best place, but you don't say if you're not in the best place. You don't really talk about like how truly amazing you're doing or what you're going through. It's almost like if emotions are too high or too low, you don't talk about them. You just keep it pretty neutral with your mom, and the universe is saying no. Talk about the highs, talk about the lows, talk about the shadows, talk about what it is talk about anything. Because the dynamic between you and your mother, let's see, what is this dynamic? It's very much, it feels like there could be a lot on your mother's plate, or maybe your mother or this motherly energy, whoever this is in your life, you know, deals with a lot, handles a lot, is busy. And so in your mind, you're like, oh, like, you don't got time for that, or you don't have energy for that. But the truth is you're just as important as everything else, and everyone has their highs and lows. And if you can experience these highs and lows and let your mother or motherly energy in on these highs and lows, it will allow you to experience them more fully. It will allow you guys to get closer, and it will allow you to actually spark some type of passion. Or what is this passion about that you're talking about, universe? What is this? What is the truth of this illusion? What is the truth of this illusion? Honestly, it will help you move forward in a different direction, because you will actually, by talking to your mom or motherly energy, motherly figure, it will allow you to slow down. And when you slow down and you connect to your feelings, you connect to your emotions, you connect to the highs, to the lows, it allows you to see your situation more fully, more wholly, and more clearly. And it will allow you to see in which way you want to move forward and how you want to move forward. Because I feel like there's a bit of an illusion here when it comes to your life in October, because you're seeing that things can be done one way and you're doing it the hard way. And why are they doing it the hard way? Because you're not slowing down, because you don't even realize you're doing it the hard way. You just go, go, go. Abracadabra, abracadabra, get shit done. But the truth is like, you can get just as much shit done in a way more fulfilling manner. And so how can they do this? Okay, so this really has to do with seeing yourself for who you are, seeing your potential, improving your self-worth, understanding what you deserve. And sometimes when people don't understand what they deserve, they work themselves tirelessly and endlessly and into a hole. And I'm saying into a hole because it's not sustainable. And that's where the highs and the lows come in. That's where the imbalances come in. That's where you feel on top of the world one day and then you feel down in the dumps the next day. So how can pile ones see their potential in October? How can pile ones see their potential in October? Slow down. Slow the down. That's how I feel. I feel like I'm your mother. Like I'm the mother, like the divine mother, the divine feminine coming through to be like, yo, slow down, slow down. You're not going to be able to see yourself for who you are if you never look in the mirror. You never take a chance to be present, to be with yourself, right? So give us more probable examples. And they're saying, oh, this goes against your philosophy, or this goes against who you are, the way you are. And the truth is nothing is yet set in stone. You don't have to be this past version of you that is really causing you to only look at what has gone wrong and acting out of fear, acting out of what is going wrong. And the truth is you can step into a different version of yourself at any moment. The version of you that sees your potential, that knows you don't have to do things the hard way, that allows you to take a moment to meditate and contemplate and understand, what is it that I need? Okay, so universe, what else do you have for my pile one? Anything else for my pile one? Okay, the universe wants me to switch decks, so I'm just gonna pause this, grab a different deck really quick. I'll be right back. All right, we got our angels and ancestors or something like that. Angels and ancestors deck. Okay, so what else does pile one need to know going into October? What else does pile one need to know? Okay, so they're seeing okay, so we're gonna call it out. Show me pile one in the beginning of October. Show me pile 1 and the the beginning of October, stag, trust and thrive. Okay. Show me pile 1 in the end of October. High Priestess, harness mystic power. Okay, so now they want me to talk about the difference between these two. In the beginning of October, you're in this energy of survival. It's like an animal energy. Yeah, trust and thrive, but it's more so this animal energy of how can I survive today? And the truth is, you could survive today without even trying to survive today. So why do you have to be in this energy of fight or flight? And by the end of the month, you're going to be in this energy of the High Priestess. Harness mystic power. And how do they get from here to here? So show me, how do they get from here to here? Track down your fears and desires. And it's so funny that the Hermit is right here because that's the truth. So you literally have to spend this time alone. Like, I'm yelling at you like I'm your mom, but the truth is you're going to do this whether or not you watch this reading or not. You're going to take some time to contemplate, to meditate, because a part of you is going to be so tired. Tired of being in survival, tired of, abracadabra, 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 go, 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 empty cup. Honestly, I feel like you cuss a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like you cuss a lot. Or you like to watch like comedians that that do. Honestly, you probably like stand-up comedy, but I feel like you do have a funny sense of humor. And sorry, that's coming through. But anyways, you're tired of being in this fight or flight mode, and in order to realize you don't want to be in that, you have to take time for yourself to be like, okay, what truly makes me happy? Because what I'm doing does not truly make me happy. Like, I feel like I'm seeing some results, but these results don't feel as good as they should feel. And so I need to make a change. And so in that change, you sit with yourself and you're like, okay, these are my fears. My fear, what is their biggest fear? What is pile 1's biggest fear? What is pile 1's biggest fear? Okay, so the biggest fear that you have is that it's almost like fear of failure, but it's more specific. It's like you will never have what you want. You will never make it to that next chapter, that chapter where you get to enjoy and you get to experience love and you get to feel and you get to be present. It's like you're afraid that you will never succeed in this form of happiness. And I have seen on the timer, like throughout this reading, a lot of angel numbers. I saw 111 and I just saw 333 since we restarted the video, So you're heavily supported in your dreams. You're heavily supported in choosing the path of more fulfillment, the path that makes you happy versus the path that everyone else goes down, the path that people think will make them happy, but then 30 years later, they're like, fuck, I should have done something different. And there I go cussing again. I swear, you guys have a dirty mouth. You need to clean that out with soap. No, I'm just kidding. But, yeah, your biggest fear is that you won't be happy. It's like the failure of being happy. You're doing all these things to create this happiness that you believe will make you happy. Then you do them, you see the results, and you're still not feeling that happiness. And that's your fear. And what do they need to know about their fear? What do they need to know about their fear? Give love to your fear. Give love to your fear. And this card right here, I'm going to show you up front. The Knight of Pentacles, okay? So give love to your fear. And also, don't let your fears be bigger than your dreams. So when you're starting to think about these fears, don't let them be so big that it outweighs the dreams of being happy. Because in order to get to this happiness that you are wanting, that you are craving, you have to tap into your heart, tap into your mystic power. And so this is you at the end of the month. At the end of the month, you're realizing like, damn, I don't have to be in survival mode. But in order to get to this, you have to connect. Connect to your mom. Connect to that motherly energy. Connect to yourself, your higher self. Connect to your fears. Connect to your desires. What is their biggest desire? I think your biggest desire is being happy, but let's just get the cards. What is their biggest desire? Honestly, oh wow, okay. So I feel like your biggest desire is not only making sure you're happy, but making sure your family is happy. It's like a very, it feels like you're a really good person and you really put others ahead of you and you really take care of others and you do what you think is going to pay off in this way where you're going to feel so fulfilled and everyone else is going to feel fulfilled. But the truth is you need to take time to get clear on what will actually fulfill you. Because I'm seeing a big disconnect between your true desires, your true form of happiness, and how you're living your life. And when you can connect your true desires and how you're living your life, you are going to create the life that you want. But right now there's a disconnect because you're going about things a bit logical, and logical doesn't always win. Logic doesn't always win. What does the universe want to say about this? Traveler, move in a new direction. Yeah, logic doesn't always pay off. It doesn't always win. Travel in a new direction. This new direction, what does it involve for them? What does this new direction involve? Well, first, it involves some time to contemplate, to get clear on what your thoughts are really telling you, what your dreams are really telling you. And it's almost like disconnecting. I'm seeing a lot of watching videos, watching other people's lives, it's almost like putting all these people around you on a pedestal and believing that you want their life. And you're trying to mimic their life, and you're trying to get to where they are. But the truth is, that's not you, that's not your life. You will never be where they are. You will be where they are in a different way, in your own way. But in order to achieve that, you have to get clear on what is your own way. When you get to that point in your life, what do you desire? What are you going to do for fun? What is it that's going to make your heart happy? Who do you want to be around? Who do you want to spend your time with? It's like those types of things. You can't just fantasize about somebody on the internet and be like, that's the life I want to live. Because if you were placed in their life today, maybe you realize that's not the life you want to live because that's the life they want to live. And that's why they're living it. And so it's time for you to get more clear on your goals, on your ideas, on your happiness, and then connect the two. And trust me, things are gonna look really good when you connect those two. So is there anything else? Anything else? Okay, so I'm gonna use these cards. Anything else for pile 1 for October? God, show me anything else for pile 1 for October. Cry it out. Let yourself break down. Let yourself feel the tears. Let yourself feel the emotions, the anger, whatever it is. I don't care if you have to watch your team lose in football to feel those emotions, because I don't think those emotions are really connected to your team losing. I don't think those emotions are really connected to this person cutting you off. I think, and I'm talking about if you're driving, you get cut off. I just changed the subject a little bit. But the truth is like there's these things in your life throughout October that might happen, that will happen, that are going to piss you off, that are going to make you upset. But the truth is those are your emotions that run deeper than the thing that's upsetting you. And the universe is saying, feel it fully, feel it wholly, let it out, let it loose. Like, trust it. Trust that these tears, these anger, these emotions are not for a bad purpose. Like, you don't have to push everything down or feel like you need to be the stronger person, because I do feel a sense of in this pile of someone who really always feels like they have to be the leader, and a leader that is perfect. Like, this is a perfectionistic pile, and this is a pile that leaves no room for, sadness, the highs and the lows. Like, you don't leave room for the highs and the lows, so you don't get to experience the highs. And then you're, compartmentalizing or pushing down the lows. And then what's the point? What's the point is what the universe is saying. And so they're saying, allow yourself to feel. So anything else here? Because when you feel, whether it's good or whether it's bad, when you feel, it's all like, it's emotion, it's heart space energy, and how do you know where you want to go if you don't feel? So when you feel, whether it's bad or good, you're setting yourself up to feel more happiness, to feel more love, to experience these things when you get there, especially when you get to where you want to be in the future. Because you're going to get to where you want to be, but once you're there, how are you going to feel it if you're disconnecting? And so, anything else about this? And also by you feeling, it's really going to give you a new insight and new direction on where to go, on how to get to where you want to be. It's going to give you a whole new perspective is what I'm hearing. And a lot of you, like about 80% of you are going to be very avoidant of this because you feel like it's going to just allow you, I almost see it as you thinking like, oh, that's me allowing myself to get into my head. And the universe is like, no, that's allowing you to clear your head. And I just heard the word mother effa again. So I don't know what's up, but somebody here has a dirty mouth. But anyways, anything else that we want to talk about? Okay. I don't know. Some of you guys are gambling this month. I'm really feeling it. What are they taking a gamble in? In things that don't serve you, okay? So there's some of you who are literally gambling your money away, or there's some of you who are doing it just to do it, or and this could be in all aspects. Like, this even goes back to love for some of you. For those of you who are single, it feels like some of you are just taking a gamble where you are not fulfilled even if you won the gamble. Well, you could be a little bit fulfilled if you won the gamble, but it's like, it's more so something you don't believe in, okay? So when you do lose, I'm not gonna lie, when you do lose on the thing you don't believe in, on this gamble, you're gonna be even more upset because you knew you didn't believe in it in the first place. You knew you didn't enjoy it. You knew you didn't believe in that company. You knew you didn't believe that this person was fulfilling for you, and you took a gamble and you lost the gamble, and now you're pissed. And so I'm just saying, I'm giving you a heads up. I'm giving you a heads up. So if you are faced with this gamble, this this thing that puts yourself on the line in some form, whether it's money, whether it's a relationship, whether it's your character, whatever it is, I'm just giving you like a warning. If you don't believe in it, don't do it. If it doesn't align with you, don't do it. If it's not emotionally fulfilling to you, don't do it, because that's going to come up for a handful of you. Not all of you, but a handful of you in this reading, that is going to come up. There is some form of gamble. And if it does not resonate, if it does not serve you, if it is not, for you, because you guys are going to know. This pile, you will know if this is a good or a bad idea. And some of you are going to go against your intuition. You're going to go against your gut feeling, against your character, and you're not going to like the outcome. And so I'm just letting you know, okay? I'm not trying to scare nobody. I'm just trying to tell everybody. Okay, anything else here? Okay, I'm going back to this other deck. How do you want to end this reading for pile 1? How do you want to end this reading for pile 1? Earth Mother, feel loved and comforted. So call your mom, okay? But also get some time in nature, especially when you're trying to connect to yourself and you're trying to get that alone time and you're trying to understand, like, what is it that you truly want? Because the universe is really guiding you to do that this month. And in order to do that, you do need to take time for yourself. And when you're in nature, it's a lot easier to connect to the universe, to connect to God, to connect to the divine feminine within yourself or within others. And so take time for yourself to get out into nature and to contemplate where you're going. And then Shaman, trust in higher forces. Yeah, I'm really feeling for all the piles, not just your pile. There's a big message about connection, like really connecting this month, connecting to what makes you feel alive, connecting to God, connecting to universal energy, connecting to nature, connecting to animals, connecting to, you know, your mother or your father or your friends, whatever it is. I'm really feeling like connection will truly serve all of these piles, but especially you. And last one, be devoted and committed. And the universe is saying be devoted and committed in what truly serves you. And so, like this man right here, take a seat out in nature, connect to yourself, connect to your desires. For some of you, writing it down, others of you speaking it out loud, just really knowing like what really makes you happy. Because I really see your brain is almost like 100% lit up, this light bulb, and your heart is, there's no light right there. And so how could you truly be happy when your head and your heart are not connected? So take this month to tap in, to connect your head and your heart, because you're doing amazing. You have a lot of energy, you have a lot of devotion, a lot of commitment, but the universe is guiding you to put that energy, devotion, commitment, hard work, sweat, and tears into the right place. And when you connect the head and your heart, you can place it in the right direction. All right, thank you so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Please like this video to support me. Comment. I would really appreciate it, and I hope to see you in my next reading. Bye. Hi there, pile 2. If you chose these oracle cards, this is going to be a reading all about October 2024 predictions. So right off the bat, I lit this candle with the intention of delivering the message of the highest and greatest good of you. And I got burned. And then I started channeling some information about your pile, and I really truly am getting a message that a lot of times you are burning yourself. And this might sound a little crazy, but it feels like there are times where you are not honoring yourself. And this is specifically happening in October, but I'm not to say that this doesn't happen often. I think that this pile does this a lot. And when I say burning yourself, it's in the sense that there are things that you do that don't honor you. And you do these things because you think you're leaving your worries behind for the sake of your well-being. But the truth is you are leaving your worries behind, but it is not for the sake of your own well-being. These are things that come back to bite you in the ass, things that come back to haunt you, things that you are avoiding, and because you're avoiding them, they're hurting you, or because you're avoiding them, they're making or causing you to make bad decisions. I'm not gonna lie. And for some of you, this could be really bad decisions where it can cost you a lot. And for others of you, it could be small bad decisions, but it still costs you something. And I could show you something like, and I'm not trying to scare anybody. I'm just trying to bring awareness, okay? So this pile is all about awareness. So I'm just putting it as, this could be a perfect example. You are drinking with your friends and you're like, oh, I can drive home. I'm fine. I'm going to leave my worries behind. I'm going to be good. I'll get there. I won't have to Uber, blah, blah, blah. And then bam, something bad happens. And I'm not to say what that thing is because I'm not putting anything on anybody. I'm just giving an example of what could possibly be. So if you're in that situation, get a damn Uber, okay? And then also, okay, so let's flip over these oracle cards to start. So I have you got the love, Darien energy, codependency, boundaries. So let's start with this one. For some of you, you feel, actually for most of you, not all of you is what I'm hearing, but for most of you, there is a codependent behavior that you have. And because you have this codependency, and honestly, we all have codependency. I have a lot of codependency with my dogs, with my boyfriend sometimes. Like, I understand. But it's a good thing to become aware of. So you can try to break that threshold, break that boundary. Because the truth is, codependency isn't serving anybody. It's making one person feel smothered or trapped and making the other person feel anxious or attached. And it's never good. And so the universe wants you to examine your relationships in October and see if you're falling into codependent traps, because it will not allow you to feel completely fulfilled. And so you can start to notice, like, for example, I'm going to give myself as an example. I will notice I get into seasons or phases of codependency where I feel like, oh, I need this person to be around me. Like, I don't want to be alone. Like, I need to be around them all times, or I need my dogs or whatever. And then you start to get anxious, and then you give into fear. And it's really important to become aware of this, because it is no way to live. And so the universe is guiding you to become aware, to break these habits of codependency, to start setting boundaries, and understand that sometimes you watching a movie by yourself on a Friday night is a lot better than feeling like you have to sit there and like text or call the person that you're dating and to worry about them and wonder where they are and attach yourself to them and feel like, oh my gosh, their well-being is now my well-being. No, you guys are two completely different people, two separate towers, okay? Two separate towers. And if you're leaning on each other, you're not strong. It's gonna, one's gonna fall, something's gonna break. Two towers are stronger individual than two towers leaning on each other. And so the universe, that's just a message that's coming through. You got the love. All you need is you. And really experiencing this, really honoring this, really thinking about this month, when you understand that all you need is you, everything else will fulfill you much more. Secondly, we have Earth pulsing, pulse of the mother, slow down, time in nature. And this second card is really important for the first thing that I talked about. The thing I talked about where you're avoiding and you're doing things that don't honor yourself. And so by spending time in nature, by slowing down, you will start to see what you have been avoiding. You will start to see where you are not honoring yourself. And for some of you, you could watch this video and be like, oh yeah, no, I know exactly what she's talking about. But there's more that you don't realize what I'm talking about. There's things that are not as obvious as others. And so the universe is calling you to take time and be with yourself to understand, like, yeah, what are these things? Okay, so now we're going to talk about positive things coming your way in October, because I don't want you to be feeling down and out about what we just talked about. And that's what the universe is actually saying as well, but I disagree. So what positive things are coming to pile 2 in October? Okay, so one positive thing, it's so funny because they actually go together. One positive thing that's coming for you is a time to disconnect. And it might feel, so there's a very split energy in this pile. There's some of you that will take this time of disconnection to honor yourself, to take care of yourself, to see, like, you know, body, what do you need? Heart, what do you need? Even go and get a massage. And then there's others of you that will take the time where you're disconnected to really honestly disempower yourself, or to self-sabotage, or to get in your own head. And so what is the advice for the people who are self-sabotaging? When you're doing that, go for a walk. Go for a walk and allow the air, the wind, to just cleanse all this negativity off of you, because this negativity that you are essentially creating is not you. It's not your life. It's not your reality. And so don't get caught up in this rabbit hole that is going to take you down to the deepest dumps of the earth, because you don't deserve that. You deserve way better than that, okay? And so make sure you're taking this time of disconnection, or looking at this time of disconnection as a time of positivity and abundance and growth and connection to yourself and love. Like, look at it from a very positive and higher perspective, especially if you find yourself taking it negatively. Okay? And because of this time of disconnection, for those of you who are using it to your advantage, you're going to be glowing differently. Like, people who see you, if you take this and use it to your advantage, are going to be like, wow, your skin looks good, or you look different, or you look well rested, or you look happy. Tell me more. But it's interesting because I feel like a lot of you aren't going to see this for yourself. Why are they not going to see this? Because, yeah, I just feel like this pile is holding... Oh, my dog. Yeah, this pile is holding on to a lot. Because you have been avoiding so much. There's a lot you're carrying. There's a lot that you're holding on to. There's a lot of thoughts you're having. There's a lot of anxieties, a lot of triggers. And so outwardly, you could be looking really good. And inwardly, you could be like, this is a lot that's going on. And my dog always barks on readings or when I'm doing Reiki on somebody where there's a lot of anxiety, where there's a lot of inner turmoil or chaos. Okay, Graham, shh, relax over there, buddy, relax. And so you might not see how good you look, but the universe just wants to remind you, because it's just a reminder of how beautiful life is, how beautiful you are. And you create your own reality, right? And so the universe wants you to utilize this time to clear energy, to clear negativity, to see the beauty. But honestly, in this pile, only half of you are going to do that. And so if you're the half that is getting down in the dumps and the deep, 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 deep dumps, think back to this reading and be like, damn, I need to change the perspective. I need to flip the coin. I need to see the other side. I need to see the beauty, the positivity, the love, the joy, the abundance in my life. Because that's what you need to focus on to move out of this cycle, to move out of this phase. What other positivity is coming to their life in October? What other... It's so funny because they're talking about your avoidance as not being 100% a bad thing, okay? The positive thing about your avoidance is that, see, there's two sides to the coin. They're trying to show the other side. You know, avoiding doesn't sound like a good thing, but you avoid things that you're not interested in, and that brings you more energy. So in October, there are going to be things that you're avoiding that are good things to avoid, like drama or fighting or people at work who cause problems, or honestly family as well. You might be avoiding family, and that's not a bad thing in some people's cases, right? And apparently it's not a bad thing in your reading. So some of you might be avoiding family, and the universe is saying that's okay. This is a positive thing for you because sometimes you don't need their energy. Okay, what else does pile one, what else do you want to talk about? So we're going to start talking about love life. Love life in October. Show me pile 2. I don't know if I said pile 1. If I did, there might be messages for you in pile 1, but only if you were drawn there. If you weren't, don't even think about it. Don't overthink, because I know this pile is the overthinking pile. I honestly don't even think there's messages over there. If I said pile 1, it was an honest mistake. If you were drawn there, go there, but I don't think so. If you're here, you're meant to be here. Okay, so show me pile 2's love life in October. Oh, some of you are getting booed up over here. And that could be where the codependency comes from, right? And so for some of you, you're getting real booed up, or that's what you really want. Or if you're in a relationship, you guys are getting closer, you guys are getting connected. But there's a real fine line that you walk, pile 2. You walk the finest line I've ever seen. And on one side of the line is happiness, fulfillment, abundance, joy. And on the other side of the line is like suffering, like deep suffering. And honestly, I can resonate with this. I walk a fine line sometimes too. But let's see, what can pile 2, what do they need to know about this? it's so... Don't mistake kindness for weakness. What are we talking about here, universe? What are we talking about here? Don't mistake... Okay. Don't mistake kindness for weakness. So it's interesting because you're getting booed up, or you're getting closer with someone, or you're really craving that, or somehow in your love life, what's coming through is like this closeness, this playing house, this having a good time. But if you're not clear on your boundaries, if you're not clear on what it is that you want, especially for those of you who are not in a relationship, suddenly when the outcome or something is off, something is off. Like, you're enjoying playing house, you're enjoying getting close, but then you're like, wait, I thought we were in a relationship. But hey, you never said that. You never set those boundaries. You never stated what you need. Then that's on you, pile 2. And you got to remember that. If you don't state what you need and you're not happy with the outcome, you got to look back in the mirror at yourself and self-reflect and understand there's a fine line, especially when we had this card about codependency and boundaries. And so it's really important that you state your boundaries. Like, yeah, I have a great time. I see a lot of passion. I see a lot of hot and steamy. I see a lot of love, closeness, connection. And for some of you, this is even a long distance connection is what I'm hearing, but it doesn't matter. There's still a sense of camaraderie, a sense of closeness, a sense of intimacy that you didn't have before. And all of y'all need to set some boundaries or be clear about the things you're saying, the things you're doing, the things that you're allowing. Because, like I said, you walk a fine line, and you could walk on this fine line and jump into abundance and happiness and joy and feel the fullness of it, or you can walk on the other side of the line and you can put yourself in suffering. But the truth is this suffering is more so internally. Like, it's more so in your mind, it's more so in your thoughts, it's more so connected to your past and a lot of things that you have avoided. A lot of healing that you have avoided, a lot of pain that you have avoided, and I'm not trying to like pinpoint or make you feel bad. We all avoid things, but at some point you gotta let the past come up to heal it. And so for some, this message right here is only for a few of you. So if this resonates for you, you know who you are. There's some of you who react really quickly, and you're reacting to this person in your love life as if they were someone from your past. You are not reacting to them as if they are who they are right now. You are reacting to the past. And the universe wants you to really think about this. And if you're going to react to this person that you're, booed up with, or cuffing season or whatever, or maybe it's your significant other, maybe, whoever. It doesn't matter if you've been in a relationship for like 10 years. There's still past trauma that is pushed down and is coming on up, coming right up to say hello. And so it's really important because you create the life you want to live, right? So if you're taking this trauma and you're reacting to this person, and I'm not saying that this person is perfect, because they are by no means perfect. They have their own problems or issues as well. But I'm talking about you, because the only person we can control is ourselves, is how we show up, is how we do things, is how we think. And so the universe wants you to connect to yourself and ask yourself, is this reaction trauma from the past? Am I reacting to the person that is in front of me, or am I reacting from a place of hurt and a place from the past? And so that's really important to understand, because the universe wants you to be happy long term. They want sustainable happiness, love, joy, abundance for you. And this is the message that's coming through. Okay, what else okay, so now we're going career. Okay, show me pile 2. Pile 2's career in October. Ooh, big changes are coming. That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like, and these cards, honestly, if you're looking at the cards, I don't take reversals unless the universe is like, hey, that card is reversed. So I just read everything upright. But there, I feel like you're recovering from a phase of just being like so exhausted, and some of you are just now experiencing this shift in October. Some of you have been experiencing it for the past few months, and some of you are, it's going to be like the very end of October that you're feeling this shift. So it's really all over the place, but regardless of who you are, there's been a shift, there's been a change, because things, or there is going to be, there was a shift, or there is going to be a shift, because whatever you were doing in your career wasn't 100% working. So whether some of you have gotten promoted, some of you are changing your job title, some of you are planning to move, some of you are going in a different direction, but something is changing, and it's changing at different speeds. Like, I'm hearing at light speed, and then I'm hearing fast, quickly, and then I'm hearing very slow. But they're saying don't worry about the time frame. Just understand that the change is happening. But what is this King of Swords about, universe? Okay, so there is a part of you that is trying to control the change, and that's why they're saying don't worry about the time frame. Because when you're trying to control the change, you end up feeling just exhausted. It's like trying to control nature, right? It's like when, what I'm seeing is a wildfire. There's a wildfire, and everyone's like, oh no, why is there a wildfire? And it's like, maybe because the land needs fire to reproduce. So it's gonna have a fire eventually because it needs fire to reproduce. It is the life cycle. And we're trying to fight against nature, and it's inevitable. And so it feels like this change, this shift is inevitable, and it's going to happen regardless. And so don't try to control it, because when you try to control it, for one, it puts you in an energy that's just like not you. And for two, it puts you in an energy that is exhausted. And so yeah, how could you quite possibly be yourself when you're pouring from an empty cup? And so instead, the universe wants you to take this time as a wish fulfillment. Things weren't working out how they were. You weren't 100% happy how things were, how you were. Things are shifting. This is a wish come true, baby. This is a wish fulfillment, and it's time for you to connect to the universe, trust the universe, keep putting one foot in front of the other, but just know things are shifting. It doesn't matter how they're going to look or when it's going to happen. Just know it's happening, and it's happening for your highest and greatest good, and it's happening for you, not to you. So don't act like a victim here. Okay? Act like this is like the hero's journey, like the return of the hero. You're coming back. You don't need to prove yourself so hard. Some of you, I feel like you got into like a new position, and you're like, oh, now that I'm a leader, I gotta prove myself even harder and work harder. And you're like, the universe is like, you already were a leader in your last position, and you proved yourself, and that's why they promoted you, honey. You already have the skills. You already have the abilities. Why do you think they put you in this position? Why would you need to prove yourself even harder? You already proved yourself. Like, relax. Okay. Anything else you want to talk about in career, universe? Anything else you want to talk about in career? Okay, so they're asking me to switch decks. So please hold. Okay, so I actually got 2 decks here, which is exciting. So what do they need to know? What does pile 2 need to know about their career? What else is coming through in career? What else is coming through about pile 2's career? What else is coming through about pile 2's career? Okay. Fear. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. What are you afraid of, is what the universe is saying. What are you afraid of? Because where there's fear, there's passion. And where there's passion, there's love. And so, like I said, that fine line you walk, which side do you want to walk on? Which side of the coin do you want to receive? Do you want to be in the fear, or do you want to be in the love? What else do they need to know about this? What else do they need to know about this? Indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of life. Okay, so for some of you, because you're trying to control the situation so hard, there will be a tendency for you to entertain things that are not important, okay? And like I said, that avoidance is also coming through here because you're avoiding the fact that you know you shouldn't entertain this. You're avoiding the fact that you know that's not the right way. But there's a part of you that is scared. Scared that the right way won't come, that the right path won't open. But the truth is, it is opening. Whether you want it to or not, that shit is opening. It's like the floodgates are opening and it's like, oh, and you're just making it hard on yourself. So chill, bros, chill. So how can they chill? How can they chill? How can they relax? Discipline. Yeah, you're like the discipline to cut out the negativity, to walk the fine line on the other side, to stand on the side of greatness, the side of positivity, abundance, love, joy, happiness, and not the side where you believe that this is you. Because you don't have to work that hard to prove yourself. You've already worked hard. That's the thing. I'm not trying to be like, oh, you didn't have to put any work in. Like, homegirl, you put the work in. The work has been working and working for a long time. That's been working, and that's why you're here. And that's why you're able to create this life, because you've put in the work. And so, discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. And the truth is, wow. Okay, these dogs are crazy, honestly. But I feel like that's what happened in your minds. When you're thinking about this, it's like all these thoughts, all these voices, all these ideas, all these fears. Doggies! Gotta make them be quiet right now. Sorry, they're ruining the video. No, they're not ruining the video, but see, that's like the anxiety speaking. Because I'm getting anxiety just like with them around. And it's like there's this anxiety that's overruling. And the universe is asking you to have discipline. I'm going to read it again up close. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. You can accomplish what you set your mind to. And set your mind on what you truly want. Don't set your mind on this half-ass BS or this negative idea of what's going on when maybe it's not the truth. And the universe wants you to connect to the truth. But the only way you can connect to the truth is when you don't avoid and when you sit with what you're experiencing. All right, anything else for this reading for October? I think we're done with career, but let's see. Anything else? They want you to end the reading here with some messages. So what should we end the reading with for pile 2? I feel like I need to move this down a little bit. More aesthetically pleasing, you know? What does pile 2 need to end the reading with? Okay. You're very close to achieving your goal. Can you breathe yet? Can you relax? The energy is gaining momentum. Yeah, things are drastically shifting, drastically changing. It's happening whether or not you do anything or not, it's already happening. It's like you can sit and go get like a pedicure or a massage and like relax in your hammock and like chill and it's gonna happen. Or you can worry and think the worst case scenario and freak yourself out and live in suffering, and it's still gonna happen. So which side of the coin do you want to live on? Which side of the fine line do you want to stand on? All right, last card to end this reading. Okay, so they want me to switch decks again once more. Last card to end this reading. Oh, that one really popped out. Wow, how perfect. Surrender. I can release my need to control. Mic drop, baby. Surrender. And this is a mudra for surrender. So you could put your hands in this hand position. You could hold it right over your sacral chakra, which when I lit this candle, I lit it with the orange. And I was just really connecting to sacral chakra. So you could hold this over your sacral chakra, which is just like at your hips. Hold it there, breathe, and just surrender. Just surrender. Okay, so this is the message I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please like it. Please comment. It's the easiest and best way to support me. And I am hoping to see you in my next reading. Okay, bye. What's up, pile 3? If you chose this beautiful card, this is going to be your reading all about October 2024 predictions. And right off the bat, I'm really feeling this disconnection between your reality and not necessarily what you're experiencing, because I do feel like you're experiencing it, but it almost feels like what you're experiencing in your reality, you feel like has an expiration or has an end date or has this ending. Basically, it's like, oh wow, I'm experiencing all this beauty and all this love and great things, and it's, let's see what this card is. Okay, 9 of Cups. It's a wish. This is a wish fulfillment. It's like you're experiencing this wish fulfillment, and while you're submerged in the wish fulfillment and while you're enjoying it and having a great time, you're looking to the end or awaiting the ending or thinking the ending is coming, and that's no way to live is what the universe is saying. That's no way to live. And I was called to bring 3 candles to this reading, 3 of these rose quartz to the reading, and there was only 1 candle in the other readings. There was no crystals. It's like you're very abundant. You're experiencing lavish things, abundant things in October, and you don't need to focus on when these things are going to end or when these things are going to go away, because the truth is you are abundant. You brought these things into your life. You created these things. You manifested these things. And so it's just who you are. So this isn't going to end if you don't want it to. But if you put fear and energy into the ending, then of course, yeah, things will end if you are putting energy into the ending. And you're thinking about the ending and you want, like, not saying you want the ending, but you're putting so much energy into it. And the universe is like, shift your energy. Shift your energy to just seeing your abundance. Seeing yourself for who you are. Okay, so show me. Let's see. Show me pile 3 in October. Okay. They're showing me you have red flags. Okay, what are pile 3's red flags in October? You're not seeing yourself accurately. Interesting. Okay, so because you're not seeing yourself accurately, you're waiting on the ending to happen in some form. Whether for some of you this is a relationship ending, like you think it's going to end, okay? It's not that it's ending, so don't get caught up on the ending. It's the fact that you're putting energy, time, and thought into the ending. And so the red flag is you're not seeing yourself accurately, because the truth is you're abundant. And the false statement is, when is this going to end? I don't deserve this. How did I receive this? This is too good to be true. This is not accurate of me. Like, no, bitch. This is accurate of you. This is true. This is your life. Sorry, I did not mean to cuss at you right here. But it just came through. It's like, no, this is actually your reality. This is actually the facts. This is true. So how can they see themselves accurately? Focus on the good is what I'm hearing. Focus on the good. Focus on what is going right. Not the heaviness. Not the heaviness in your life. Not the things that feel cluttered, feel like they're adding to your plate. Whether or not... Let's see. What is adding to their plate? What is adding to their plate? Okay. So it's interesting because it feels like some things that are added to your plate are the fact that you're doing so well. It's so interesting. It's like you're receiving and receiving and receiving, but you're not in the energy to receive. And you're like, how am I receiving when I'm not even in this energy of receiving? And so it's making you feel like you're not abundant. But the truth is you're blocking your own happiness. You're blocking your own success. You're blocking your own abundance because you see yourself as someone who shouldn't be receiving. But the truth is you are receiving. You have been receiving. So can you please receive it and experience it and feel it and know that it's not temporary. This abundance is for you, but what you do need is to work on your self-love. How can they work on their self-love? How can they work? Commit to being yourself. That's the biggest way you can work on your self-love. Is like, I feel like you're in situations where you're around a lot of people, there's a lot of eyes on you, whether or not this is in your own physical space or at work or on Instagram or social media, there's a lot of eyes on you. And when there's a lot of eyes on people, people tend to like stray away from their self because they feel vulnerable. But the truth is, it is yourself who is abundant. It is yourself who is having these experiences. And if you're not in your true self and in who you are, you can't experience fully. You can't show yourself fully. You can't like be yourself fully, right? And it's like it's not you. And so it's so funny because this month is actually so abundant and so amazing. And the universe is like, can you just experience this wish fulfillment, this wish come true? And you're fighting it. It's like someone being handed $1 million and they're like, oh, no, I don't know what to do with this $1 million. And I know it's not as extreme, but it's the same thing. So if you were given $1 million tomorrow, could you not receive it? That's what the universe is asking. Like, the universe is trying to set you up to receive so much more. The universe is trying to give you this life that you have always dreamed of, that you have thought of, you've created, you've wanted, and it's starting to flow in, and you're not believing it. And you're kind of pushing away from it, and you're waiting on the ending, and they're like, no. The one form of self-love that you can do for yourself this month is be yourself. How can they be themselves? How can they be themselves? So for one, when you're getting up in your head, because I already know you get up in your head a lot. So when you're getting all up in your head, and you're overthinking everything, the universe is like, go outside. Go outside and sit outside, walk outside, run outside, work out outside, breathe outside, be outside. I don't care what you're doing outside. You're telling jokes outside. You're dancing outside. You're calling a friend outside. You're praying outside. Get outside. Get outside and just flow with nature. Because I do feel like your energy is really an energy of a lot of love, a lot of peace, a lot of serenity, a lot of harmony. And it's like you underestimate yourself. You don't see yourself accurately. And so get outside when you're overthinking. Okay, what else? How else can they see themselves accurately? It's so funny because for some of you, I feel like you can almost like ask your friends how they view you. That's a very small message, okay? That's like for those of you who really are like, really don't know at all. Like you really need that explanation. And there's some of you who are really off point on how you see yourself, I'm not gonna lie. And that's okay, that's totally fine. So for some of you, you literally need like your friends to explain like, hey, how do you view me? Can you tell me how you view me? And just be honest. Like, I just am trying to see myself accurately. And then what is this sun about? Okay, so I'm really hearing a lot about nature. Honestly, the nature will help you open your heart. It will help you get to that love and that beauty and that abundance and that flow. And also water, nature, water, just outdoors. Okay, so what is this King of Cups about? What is this King of Cups about? I'm just going to clean this up a little bit. I feel like it's a little messy. It's kind of bothering me a little bit. Okay, so what is this King of Cups about? And it's so funny that I put these here because wish fulfillment, okay? And then this girl's covering her heart. She's blocking the love that she's being given. She's blocking the abundance, the flow, the effortless things coming in. And so what is this King of Cups about? Okay, so the universe wants you to look around, look at your life, look at your friends, look at your accomplishments, honestly look at everything. For about 80% of you, they're saying look at your bank account because your bank account looks really good. And the other 20% of you, it's fine. You're the magician. You're going to manifest more money. And you're already in this energy, so that money is coming. I know it's coming for you. But they're saying look at your bank account. Look at your friends, the quality of your friends. Look at what you have accomplished this far. Look around in your house. Look at what you have. Look at how your animals are treated for some of you. Because you got a lot of love to give. You have a lot of abundance around you. You have a lot of beauty. So many people complain that they don't have any friends, or that their friends have bad intentions for them, or that they're in, these horrible relationships. But the truth is like, none of this is checking out for you. And so the universe is like, how can we spell it out nice and loud and clear? We can't, because you have to spell it out for yourself. You have to see yourself for who you are, because we can tell you all day long, you're smart, you're pretty, you're beautiful, you're fit, you're this, you're that, and you'll be like, I don't see it, I don't feel it. And the universe is like, all right, then go look in the damn mirror for the next 24 hours and then come out and let us know what you observe. Okay. Anyways, let's move forward. So tell me about career. So we're going to go over your career oh, wow. Okay, there's a lot of things happening here. In your career, some of you are going to see huge growth this month. Some of you aren't going to see the growth, but you're not seeing it accurately. The universe is like, you are making huge strides in your career this month. Huge strides. Some of you are going to see the payoff instantly. Some of you are not going to see the payoff for about 3 to 6 months. But the truth is the growth is really connected to this month of October. Why is it so connected to this October? They said you're getting shit done. Getting shit done, and you're actually avoiding things that are not really serving your purpose. So let's say somebody's calling you and you know that you just don't have the energy, time, attention. You're not going to answer it and tend to them, because you're going to tend to what you need to get done. What is this death card about? Yeah, it's like death to all things that doesn't serve your finances is what I'm hearing. And it's like, and you're leaving your worries behind about it. So like maybe in the past you're like, oh, I need to call this person back. I need to just catch up. I need to digress. I need to, whatever it is. But in this month of October, you're like leaving your worries behind about anything, because you know that what you're doing is serving a purpose for you and your highest and greatest good, and you're making strides towards your success. So tell me more about their career. Things are shifting drastically. And it's like, in this time of shift and change, it can be very scary, but the universe wants you to remember one thing. You are abundant. That's the one thing. Like, if you could tell yourself every day, I am abundant, I am abundant, I am abundant. I'm even seeing like a bun, like I'm like buns, like booty, like like you put in the booty work, now you got a nice ass. Like you put in the work, now you got a great career. Like I don't even know how that's coming through. Like I feel like you don't see what you have created, what you have done, what you have put in. And the universe is like, if you can hold on to one thing, hold on to the fact that you are abundant, and don't tie yourself or constrain yourself to anything less. What is this? Oh, look at, literally, don't constrain yourself to anything less. What is this Four of Swords about? It feels like there's a big part of you that feels like you're not good enough to reach your 10 of Cups, to reach your happily ever after, to reach your ultimate fulfillment. But the universe is talking about your creativity, like your passion, your ability to create. Some of you are like content creators or like just very creative. Like some of you make jewelry. Some of you, show me what else. Some of you are just like really creative in your job, and you maybe like it's like super business oriented and you're like given a PowerPoint, but that PowerPoint looks fire. It's like you have a different touch. You think outside of the box. You think very differently, and because you think so differently, it allows you to stand out. And when you stand out, it sets you up long term. It sets you up to be successful because you're different. You're not the same as everybody else. You are very different, and so you stand out. And whether this is different in your looks, in what you bring to the table, in your creativity, in your, in your connection. I feel a lot of you really know how to connect with people, and because you know how to connect with people so well, it allows you to kind of like really move forward quickly. And they're talking about weeding something out. Weed out what? Weed out what? Oh, okay. So it's almost like people can weed. If you like apply for a job, it's like, oh, they can weed out everyone and grab your application because you got it all. You can do everything. You have it all. And so I just wish you would see yourself this way. And in order to see yourself this way, the universe is saying, slow down a little bit. Slow down a little bit. Like when I said look in the mirror for 24 hours, I'm not kidding. Like you really need that whole 24 hours out of this month in some form. Like break up 24 hours. Like 24 hours, that is an hour, not even an hour a day of your time with yourself. Like what, 30 days in a month, give or take? And 24 hours... okay, a little bit less than an hour, 40 minutes. I don't know, I'm not going to say I'm not the best at math because I think that's a reflection of this pile. Like, I'm not good enough. I'm not the best at this. I'm not the best at that. Sit down. You are the best. You are abundant. You are amazing. So take at least 40 to 45 minutes of each day to sit with yourself, to see yourself, to admire yourself, to think about yourself, to ask yourself what you need, because you are abundant. So abundant. Okay. So now we're going to talk about love. And I'm actually just going to take all the cards back because I am being called to take these cards back because there's some that are going to pop out again. Okay, so, oh, that's so funny. Okay, no, they're actually saying grab a different deck, so please hold. All right, I'm back. We have one beautiful deck here. So what's going on with pile 3's love life? It's like interesting because this deck was hiding, and I just feel like there's a part of you that is hiding in your love life. So tell me, what is, yeah, so interesting. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. So interesting. And acceptance is the answer. Yeah, there is a part of you that is hiding. And you're hiding yourself to protect yourself. But the truth is you're not actually protecting yourself. You would be in a much better energy if you accepted yourself. And so I feel this energy so deeply, and I understand exactly where you're coming from. And the universe is really guiding you to be vulnerable, because when you're vulnerable and when you show your true self, you are your best self. And when you are your best self, you can connect deeper, you can form connections that feel better. And this pile, there's some of you who are in relationships and you are doing this. There's some of you who are dating and you are doing this. There's some of you who are single and you are doing this. But the truth is, it's like, you're on the brink of abundance when it comes to love. And for some of you, you have gotten your wish fulfillment. Some of you, you think you know what you want. Like, it's like you have an idea of what your wish fulfillment is. So it's like whoever you are, this is coming in, or you have it, but there is a barrier between you and receiving the full thing. And you're not receiving the full thing because you're questioning yourself, you're doubting yourself, you're thinking like, how could they like me? Do they like me? They like you. And if they haven't come in yet, when they do come in, they like you. So chill. Okay? Because there's a part of you that doesn't accept yourself. And you're not accepting yourself and not loving yourself fully. And so it is actually keeping you in the dark. So why what do they not accept about themselves? What do they not, okay. So one thing that you don't fully accept is your emotions. So maybe some of you have a lot of emotions. That's totally normal, okay? I feel like this is all crooked. I'm just going to fix it real quick. Okay, so some of you just, you have a lot of emotion. And that's normal. It's totally normal. And because you have so much emotion, you start to think like, I'm crazy, or I'm too emotional, or I'm too this, or I'm too that. But the truth is like, when you're overthinking and you're thinking you're all these things, now you're creating more emotion. Now you're more emotional. Now you're becoming overly emotional, or overly in your head, or overly crazy. Like crazy, okay? Not really crazy. But it's like, now you're creating something that wasn't even the case in the first place. And it is now creating a barrier between you and what you deserve and what you have and what you've created, okay? So for one, just know emotions are normal. Highs and lows are normal. But don't start to play into them so heavily that it's creating more emotions that you don't even need to experience. Next, know thyself. And okay, it's interesting. So these are really going together, because I'm feeling like what you're not accepting, another thing you're not accepting is just like being alone and being with yourself. And it feels like there's a part of you that feels lonely and feels like, I'm just lonely, I just need this, why do I feel lonely? Like, but the truth is it is yourself craving yourself. And that sounds so weird, but I'll explain. So yourself wants to be loved so bad by yourself that you're going to like extreme lengths to avoid it. You're going to extreme lengths of like convincing yourself that other people don't like yourself because maybe you haven't fully loved yourself yet. And none of that is true. The truth of this whole situation is that you need to bring more love back to the table. Bring more love back to yourself. And this is like, it's true in your whole reading, but it's also true in love. So how can they bring more love back to themselves? How can pile 3 bring more love back to themselves? How can pile 3? Okay. You can get off the hell train. Because it's draining you, literally. Okay? So this hell train that they speak of it's like your thoughts. It's your fears. It's your placements. You're placing these ideas onto other people. Whether you're doing it mentally or whether you're doing it I don't want to say physically, but you could be like mentally thinking like, oh, they don't like me, or they think I'm crazy, or you could be saying it out loud to them, to other people. And the truth is like, these negative thoughts are so draining to you, but they're also draining to the people around you. And so the universe is guiding you to step off the hell train and get on the heaven train. Because you are abundant, baby. Look at this. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. How can we serve it to you better? It's crystal clear. You are abundant, but you have to accept your reality. Okay, anything else Pit pile. So ending messages. So we're going to go back to this deck. Oh, we have a card that already came out. Okay, so ending messages for you are... I'm hearing somebody say, slow the F down. Like, slow down. Okay. What are the ending messages? Slow down. Evaluate what's on your plate. Evaluate what's too heavy. And evaluate, like, there's two sides to it. There's a side of it that is just, like, feels so good. And that can stay on your plate. And there's a side of it that just feels so bad. And that can go off your plate. And so really analyze, it's mostly your thoughts. I'm not going to lie. Really analyze your thoughts, because your reality outside of your thoughts is beautiful and flourishing and amazing. And the love life is there. The career is there. Friends are there. Like, everything is there. But you're not there. And they're like, knock, knock. Come on back to reality, because your reality is beautiful. You don't have to be in fight or flight anymore. And I don't know what happened in the past, but whatever happened in the past puts you in this, like, I got to protect myself. I'm a warrior. If you don't like me, I'll F you up. But I'm gonna think you don't like me for the next, like, year and put myself in suffering. No. Knock, knock. You don't have to be in fight or flight mode anymore. This is a time of fun. This is a time of celebration. This is a time of giving love to your shadow, of facing what it is that doesn't allow you to accept yourself, that doesn't allow you to see the beauty that you have within and without, all right? So this is a message I have for you. I hope you have a beautiful October. I hope you look in the damn mirror and see yourself accurately, because you are amazing. Thank you so much for watching my reading. Please like my video, comment. It really helps support my channel. Subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate you, and I will see you in my next reading. Bye.